Well, Mark, first of all, commiserations on the result. Do you feel that 3-1 was perhaps a fair result, or do you think it was a bit unlucky on the night?
It was nothing like a fair result. I think at least a draw would have been a fair result. The amount of effort and the amount of ability we put into the game. A first half based on a game plan to get our two strikers dropping in a little bit deeper, getting behind the ball, frustrating them. They were forced into just hitting long balls. We had chances, we had other opportunities to make better chances, which maybe would be my criticism. And then to concede the goal just before half time was ludicrous, really, and hugely disappointing, But then 20 minutes. Second half, I thought the boys were fantastic. They poured it on and they really got at them. They put a great variety of play, energy, desire. Again, the only thing we didn't put the ball in the back of the net, and that was disappointing. Then concede the second goal really killed the game.
Just how frustrating is it, that goal right on the stroke of half time, and what does it do obviously in terms of changing your half time team talk? Does that just kind of deflate the boys even though they responded well?
It deflated me, so it takes a few minutes to get your head around it because you're going in full of positives, so then what you've got to do is try and get that out of your head, and make sure that we don't panic, that we don't suddenly start doing things that we've not been doing and open ourselves up to being beaten early in that second half. We didn't. We kept playing, we kept switching the play, we kept getting at them, and we kept getting the ball in the box, and we just couldn't get in the end of anything good enough to, credit to them for their defending. They defended well, and we didn't score. So disappointing, but hugely encouraged and hugely positive about what we're going into for the rest of the season.
Even before the goal, there was that deflating aspect of Chris Cadden having to go off. How much did that change the game? A lot of legs were lost in the sense that Cadden wasn't there to give us running.
Well, if Cads had been on for the duration of the first half, I think I'd have been surprised if we weren't leading at half time. I think we were just really building a goal at the time that Cads went off. I was saying to Faddy standing aside here, right, we've got to score during this period, and then of course Cads went off. You lose his pace, his energy, his strength down that right hand side, which he had displayed in that early part of the season. I don't know how long he'd gone when he went off. Was it 20 minutes or so? Or, but I thought he'd been terrific during that period. So we did miss him, and maybe he would have been a difference in getting us that first goal in the first half.
We spoke before, it was an opportunity to go second, but with how tight the league is, obviously you say encouraged going forward, and in the sense that you can bounce back from this.
Well, I think that we've showed great assets tonight and great attributes at different parts of the game. There's things, of course, we've got to improve. We've got to improve our finishing. We've got to improve on when we do get into those last third areas that we convert. We turn, more than the ratio that we have at the moment into clear-cut chances. So there's loads of areas to improve. But we have, Moulty has now had another game, and he's come back to full fitness. I think with Moulty, it was it was a bit of a kind of false impression really because he got the 4 goals. Moulty is still getting fit, and Moulty's still to get back to his best. And then we had Lee Lucas come on tonight and get a good part of the game. First introduction for him, he'll get better on the back of that. We've got Carl McGhee now coming back to some sort of health that he'll be getting back soon. Jacob Blythe's training well, looking fit, starting to get to a position where he'll get games next week. So by the time we come in with the international break, come back from that, we should have a squad who's in a lot stronger position.
Well, like you say, there's a lot of positives to take from tonight and going ahead, but one of the positives was James McFadden's goal. Has he been working on them despite his added roles?
He's just got that ability, and when he went to take it, I thought myself I wouldn't have been surprised if he did what he did. Unfortunately, because of the situation, I certainly didn't get very excited about it, but I certainly enjoyed it. He's a fantastic footballer, and for the Motherwell fans, at least they had some sort of highlight, in terms of the outcome. It was a brilliant free kick.
Thanks very much, Mark. Cheers.